The Bachelor's Joey Graziadei celebrates major career milestone after forcing Kelsey Anderson into long-distance relationship. February 27, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. The Bachelor's Joey Graziadei is still riding high after winning Dancing with the Stars Season 33. And he recently celebrated the halfway point of the official Dancing with the Stars Live 2025 tour by sharing videos and photos on social media to mark the milestone. Joey placed first on DWTS, beating out finalists Stephen Nedorosik, Alona Maher, and Chandler Kinney to take home the Mirrorball Trophy. He and Kelsey Anderson have achieved exciting career successes lately, though the Bachelor Season 28's Stars time on the tour has caused them to be in a long-distance relationship part of the time. The Bachelor's Joey Graziadei showed off a cake to celebrate a major milestone in his career. With Kelsey, whom he met on The Bachelor, there to cheer him on from the stands each week, Joey blew audiences away with his smooth moves. Now he and some of the DWTS crew are on the official tour, which started in January and will wrap up in April in Illinois, and they're celebrating the halfway point of the tour by enjoying a half cake. According to Joey's Instagram stories, the cake was decorated with the word halfway and was enjoyed by dance pros like Daniela Karagach, Emma Slater, and Ezra Sosa. Olympian Stephen Nedorosik was also shown enjoying the celebration. Joey also shared 3 photos to his grid celebrating the milestone. In the first photo, he could be seen mid-dance move, jumping into the air in a split. In the second, he and professional partner Jenna Johnson sported matching neon green costumes. And in the third, he was pictured with the group dressed in Western wear. Joey captioned the photos, "Second leg of it Store official has officially started." After celebrating the exciting halfway milestone of the DWTS tour, Joey kept providing more updates on what's going on in his life in relation to the tour and finding some time to sneak away for some fun. Fans who keep up with Joey's Instagram posts know that he's been crossing off items on his 30 before I turn 30 list, and the latest one he accomplished was surfing in the Atlantic Ocean. This ended up being a quick solo mission because he had to head back to perform on the next stop of the tour in Jacksonville, Florida, that night. Joey added, "I will be the first to admit, surfing with no wetsuit in water that's 56 degrees is a terrible idea." He was still able to catch a few waves and cross number 22 off his list. Now the Bachelor star has only 14 more items left, including going to Japan, playing golf at Pebble Beach, running a half marathon, and going to Disneyland. Joey turns 30 in less than 3 months on May 24, meaning he doesn't have a lot of time left, and he has work around his DWTS tour schedule, like he did with his surfing adventure. What Joey Graziadei's career update means for relationship with Kelsey. Joey and Kelsey have remained busy while apart. Joey's tour means he's been away from Kelsey longer than they'd probably like. However, Kelsey has kept busy while her beau is away. She's currently in New Orleans to host her hometown's 55th annual greasing of the poles as part of its Mardi Gras celebration on February 28. Kelsey also announced that she partnered with Skuncy on her own line of hair accessories, which will be available at Walmart in March. Kelsey described the collaboration as a dream. The Bachelor winner added that she couldn't believe her name and image will be seen in Walmarts across the country. What Joey Graziadei's DWTS update means for career. Joey surprised everyone with his superb skills on the dance floor throughout Dancing with the Stars Season 33. After winning, he's been able to keep the momentum going by joining the DWTS tour, which has been a great opportunity for him to continue earning money for several more months. Joey doesn't appear at every tour stop, but he will be there for the final show on April 19 in Rosemont, Illinois. After that, it's unknown what his next career steps will be. Aside from trying to finish his bucket list before turning 30, he might start looking ahead to planning his wedding with Kelsey. When it comes to his career, though, he will likely continue down the influencer path he and his fiancée have both been on. Our take on Joey Graziadei celebrating halfway mark of Devotees Tour. Joey is excited to be on the professional Devotees Tour, and it's evident by the amount of photos he shares on social media. He was an underdog during the dance competition, but his improvement every week made him hard to beat. Joey's original fan base, and the new fans he picked up along the way, kept him in the competition to the very end, eventually beating out favorites like Chandler Kinney and Alona Maher to nab the top prize. Kelsey and Joey normally call Los Angeles home. They still have not announced any wedding plans, but hopefully by the time the tour winds down, the two can spend some quality time together to start planning. Long-distance relationships can be tough, but since this one is only temporary, it's only a matter of time before they can be together again. Fortunately, it looks like Joey will be getting a break from the tour, since, according to the DOTS tour schedule, he will be performing in shows through mid-March, and he'll rejoin the tour for a few final shows in mid-April. That was the price of success: constant movement, missed moments, and the nagging uncertainty of what came next. Chapter 2. Kelsey's Big Moment. Meanwhile, in New Orleans, Kelsey Anderson adjusted the microphone clipped to her dress. The greasing of the pole ceremony was about to begin, a tradition that kicked off Mardi Gras celebrations, and she was honored to be hosting. She smiled as she looked out at the crowd, but deep down she missed Joey. While he was dancing his heart out on stage, she was here, navigating her own career milestones without him by her side. After the event, she checked her phone. Still no message from Joey. She sighed. It wasn't like him to go this long without checking in. Sure, she understood he was busy, but with all the traveling, rehearsals, and performances, it felt like they were living in two separate worlds. Her best friend, Taylor, nudged her. "You okay?" Kelsey hesitated before nodding. "Yeah, I don't know. The long-distance thing is harder than I thought it would be." Taylor smirked. "Girl, you're engaged to Joey Graziadei. You survived the Bachelor. If you can handle that, you can handle a few months apart." Kelsey laughed, but it didn't erase the loneliness creeping in. Later that night, she finally saw Joey's text. "Joey, proud of you, babe. I saw your announcement. Walmart, that's insane. Wish I could be there to celebrate with you. Love you. Kelsey, I miss you." She stared at her screen, waiting for a response. Nothing. She sighed, tossing her phone onto the bed. It was going to be a long night. Chapter 3. Balancing Love and Ambition. The next morning, Joey woke up to a string of messages from Kelsey. He winced as he read through them. She had been waiting for him to reply, and he had fallen asleep before he could. "Joey, I'm so sorry, babe. I crashed last night. I miss you too. Can we FaceTime later?" A few minutes later, his phone lit up. Kelsey was calling. He picked up instantly, a smile forming as her face appeared on the screen. "Hey, beautiful." Kelsey sighed. "Hey." Joey could tell something was off. "Talk to me." She hesitated before speaking. "I'm so proud of you, Joey. I really am. But it's hard. We're both chasing these amazing opportunities, but it feels like we're living separate lives." Joey's stomach twisted. He had been feeling the same way but hadn't wanted to admit it. "I know," he said softly. "I hate being away from you." She nodded. "So what do we do?" Joey exhaled. "We make time. No matter how crazy things get, we have to set aside time for each other." Kelsey smiled weakly. "Okay, let's start now. What's one thing from your 30 before 30 list we can do together?" Joey thought for a second. "How do you feel about Disneyland?" Her eyes lit up. "I love Disneyland." "Good," Joey grinned, "because as soon as the tour is over, we're going. Just you and me." Chapter 4. The Home Stretch. As the tour neared its final leg, Joey and Kelsey found a rhythm. They FaceTimed every night, sent each other videos of their days, and even planned their first official vacation together after the tour. But despite their efforts, doubts still lingered. During a rare off day, Joey sat with Jenna Johnson, his dance partner, in a quiet cafe. "Do you ever feel like you have to choose between love and career?" he asked. Jenna sipped her coffee. "All the time. But I've learned that the right person won't make you choose. They'll support you while you chase your dreams." Joey nodded, letting her words sink in. Later that night, as he boarded the bus for the next stop, he made a decision. It was time to go home. Chapter 5. The surprise? The night before the tour's final show, Joey stepped off a plane in New Orleans. Kelsey had no idea he was coming. With the help of Taylor, he found her at a small party celebrating the launch of her scunchie collection. As soon as she saw him, her eyes widened in shock. "Joey?" He grinned, surprise. Before she could say anything else, he pulled her into a kiss, the kind that made the entire room fade away. "I couldn't wait until the tour was over," he whispered. "I needed to see you." Tears filled her eyes. "You have a show tomorrow." "I know, but this, you and me, this is what matters most." Chapter 6. The Future. After Joey's final show in Illinois, he and Kelsey finally had uninterrupted time together. They traveled, knocked off items from his 30 before 30 list, and most importantly, started planning their wedding. It wouldn't be easy. There would still be career opportunities, travels, and moments apart. But they had learned something valuable. Love wasn't about avoiding distance. It was about making every moment together count. As they stood in front of Cinderella's castle at Disneyland, Joey took Kelsey's hand. "Ready for our next adventure?" She smiled. "Always." And with that, they stepped into their future together.